This is all I ever wanted to do was cover baseball, and I knew it the day I graduated from Walter Johnson High School, 5'2", 130 pounds, looking really good, and I realized my baseball career was over, so I had to stay in this somehow. So I became a baseball writer, but the night I knew that I had to be a baseball writer and nothing else was in 1981 in Dallas. I had just gotten a job at the Dallas Morning News, and we got a tip that Ron Meyer, the football coach at SMU, was going to be the next football coach at the New England Patriots. This was a gigantic story in town, but our football writers were nowhere to be found, so my boss said, "You have to do this story." So he gave me Ron Meyer's number. I called him on the phone 50 times. Clearly, the phone is off the hook. So he says, "You have to go to Ron Meyer's house." Well, I'd only been in town for 3 days. I didn't know how to get to my house, let alone his house. And I didn't know Ron Meyer from Oscar Mayer at this point. So I finally get to his door. It's 10 o'clock at night. I tap on the door. Remember again, this is 1981. If it's possible, I was even smaller then than I am now, and I certainly was looking a whole lot younger than I do now. So I knock on the door, he comes to the door, and I say, "Hi, I'm Tim Kurkjian with the Dallas Morning News." And he goes, "Oh, okay, how much do we owe you this month?" So I'm not sure whether to laugh or to cry right now. This is freaking hilarious. So he invites me in, I ask him all the questions, he lies to me about everything. I'm not going to the New England Patriots, all this. I go back to my apartment, I call in my story, he's not going. 5 minutes later, Ron Meyer calls me in my apartment. I have no idea how he got my phone number. And said, "Tim, your competitor from the other paper just showed up," and I told him the truth, and I didn't want to get you in trouble your first week on the job. So he gave me the story, and we got it in the paper. But that was the night I said, look, I don't think I should be chasing around college football coaches who I've never even heard of in the middle of the night. I think I need to go to baseball full time, if at all possible. And here it is, basically, 40 years later. And it's been the greatest job in America. I am the luckiest man on the face of the earth. And all I can hope for is I get to cover baseball for a few more years. Thanks so much for coming tonight. And give